Start your engines and get ready for a thrilling ride as we dive into the world of Formula One. In today's video, we'll uncover a bombshell revelation from none other than Christian Horner, the team principal of the powerhouse Red Bull Racing. Amidst their incredible start to the season, Horner has expressed concerns about the future of Red Bull's dominance in the sport. So fasten your seatbelts and join us as we explore the challenges and changes shaking up the world of F1 and how they might impact Red Bull's position at the top. If you're a die-hard Red Bull fan or simply can't resist the high-speed drama of Formula One, this video is just for you. And as always, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more exhilarating content. Now, let's rev up those engines and get started. As the 2023 Formula One season kicks off, Red Bull Racing has come out of the gates with an unstoppable force, setting the racing world ablaze. The dynamic duo of Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez has left their rivals in the dust, securing pole positions and victories in the first 3 races of the season. Let's take a closer look at their spectacular performance so far. The season opener in Bahrain witnessed a nail-biting battle between Verstappen and his rivals, but the Dutch superstar emerged triumphant, proving that he's a force to be reckoned with. As the F1 circus moved to Australia, Verstappen once again showcased his exceptional skill, taking the top spot on the podium and further solidifying Red Bull's dominance. But it's not just Verstappen who's making waves. His teammate Sergio Perez has also stepped up his game. In Saudi Arabia, Perez put on a masterclass in racing, skillfully navigating the challenging circuit to secure his first win of the season. With these back-to-back victories, Red Bull has established itself as a team to beat in 2023. Currently, Red Bull is sitting comfortably at the top of the constructors' standings, amassing an impressive 123 points. This gives them a substantial 58-point lead over their closest rivals, Aston Martin, who are followed by Mercedes and Ferrari in 3rd and 4th place respectively. However, it's not all smooth sailing for Red Bull. Despite their incredible start to the season, storm clouds are gathering on the horizon. Christian Horner, the team principal, recently admitted that the team is facing significant challenges this year due to a cultural change in the sport. So what's the cultural change Christian Horner is talking about? Christian Horner is referring to the cultural change in Formula One that has taken place over the last couple of years, due to new regulations and restrictions introduced by the sport's governing body, the FIA. These changes are aimed at promoting a more level playing field, fostering closer competition, and ensuring the long-term sustainability of the sport. Some of the key changes include introduction of the cost cap. Starting from the 2021 season, a budget cap of $145 million per year, excluding certain costs like driver salaries and marketing expenses, has been implemented. This limit is designed to curb the spending of the wealthier teams and encourage more efficient use of resources. The cap has been further reduced to $140 million for 2022 and will be $135 million for 2023 to 2025. Wind tunnel and CFD restrictions. Teams now face restrictions on the amount of time they can spend on wind tunnel testing and computational fluid dynamics (CFD) simulations. These restrictions are aimed at limiting aerodynamic development and controlling costs. As a part of these regulations, the teams that perform better in the Constructors' Championship receive less wind tunnel and CFD time, making it harder for them to maintain their advantage over rivals. Development restrictions. To further level the playing field, the FIA has introduced a sliding scale for aerodynamic testing, which favors the lower-ranked teams. This means that the teams that finish lower in the Constructors' Championship receive more wind tunnel and CFD time, allowing them to catch up to the leading teams. These changes have forced teams to adapt their approach to car development and resource allocation. The focus has shifted from an all-out sprint with unlimited budgets to a more strategic, targeted, and sustainable approach to development, as teams need to carefully balance their resources and prioritize areas for improvement. This has created a new challenge for teams like Red Bull, which now need to find ways to maintain their competitive edge despite these limitations. As the reigning champions, Red Bull finds themselves in a unique predicament. They have the lowest amount of wind tunnel and CFD time available this season, a direct consequence of their success in the previous year. These limitations aim to level the playing field, but they put added pressure on Red Bull to make the most of every opportunity. To further complicate matters, the team has been hit with penalties for breaching the 2021 cost cap limit. This resulted in a 10% reduction in aerodynamic and CFD allowances, as well as a hefty $7 million fine. The penalties have added another layer of difficulty to the already challenging task of developing the RB19. In a recent interview in Melbourne, Horner expressed his concerns, stating, "I think it will be very tough for us to develop this car, because when you look at the amount of percentage time less we have compared to some of our rivals, it's significant." He emphasized the need for the team to be efficient, effective, and selective in their development choices, given the constraints they face. With Red Bull's rivals waiting for any opportunity to close the gap, the pressure is on. Can the team overcome these challenges and maintain their dominance in the face of adversity? Let us know in the comments. Moving forward, as we dive deeper into the challenges facing Red Bull Racing, it's important to consider the concerns expressed by team principal Christian Horner. He has voiced apprehensions about the team's ability to maintain their advantage over rivals in light of the restrictions they face. Horner's insights give us a unique perspective on how the cultural change in Formula One is affecting the competitive landscape. According to him, the sport used to be a sprint, with teams racing to develop their cars as quickly as possible, using whatever budget they could muster. However, the introduction of the cost cap and other restrictions has forced teams to be more strategic with their resources, taking variables like crash damage and accident damage into account. This new approach to resource management presents an interesting challenge not only for Red Bull, but for other teams as well. As they navigate this uncharted territory, teams must strike a delicate balance between pushing the limits of innovation and adhering to the constraints imposed by the sport's governing body. For Red Bull, the stakes are especially high, as their position at the top of the F1 world hangs in the balance. As the season unfolds, it will be fascinating to see how Red Bull and their rivals adapt to this new era in Formula One. Can Red Bull continue to outpace their competition and maintain their position at the pinnacle of the sport? Or will these challenges create opportunities for other teams to close the gap and dethrone the reigning champions? As we delve into the intricacies of Red Bull's performance this season, it's important to take a look at the dynamics between their star drivers, Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. Despite the potential challenges the team faces in maintaining their lead, the relationship between the two drivers appears to be thriving, which could be crucial to the team's ongoing success. Christian Horner has praised the pair, emphasizing the harmony and mutual respect they share. He said, "They are two competitive drivers. The relationship is fine. There is a good respect between the two of them. They've been a very effective pairing for us, and I expect that to continue." It's evident that the healthy camaraderie between Verstappen and Perez is serving as a solid foundation for Red Bull's on-track performance. In the high-stakes world of Formula One, the chemistry between teammates can significantly impact the team's overall performance. A strong partnership, as demonstrated by Verstappen and Perez, can lead to better collaboration, sharing of valuable insights, and the ability to push each other to greater heights. On the other hand, a fractured relationship between teammates can lead to intra-team rivalries, negatively affecting the team's focus and ultimately hindering their progress. As Red Bull faces the challenges brought by the cultural change in Formula One, the strong bond between Verstappen and Perez could be a crucial asset for the team. Their combined talent, experience, and dedication to the team's goals can help Red Bull navigate the evolving landscape of the sport and maintain their competitive edge. As the season unfolds, fans and observers alike will be keen to see how the dynamics between Verstappen and Perez continue to develop, and how their strong partnership contributes to Red Bull's quest to stay ahead of their rivals. The harmony between the two drivers might just be the secret ingredient that keeps a team at the pinnacle of Formula One. That's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on Red Bull's future in Formula One? Do you think they can maintain their advantage, or will their rivals catch up? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Formula One news and analysis. See you in the next video.